Hi everybody, it's Sunny and welcome to my channel. Hi, before I start, I'd like to give a special shout out and a mention to my first subscriber. I was coming on the train today and I was sat there working on my YouTube channel on my iPad, and this young lady came and sat next to me. Her name is Lauren, and she asked me what I was doing, and she got her phone out and she looked at my YouTube channel and she subscribed straight away. So Lauren, thank you very, very much. You're my first subscriber and I love you lots. Mwah. Hi, today I'm going to be reviewing the trailer for Thugs of Hindostan. I know it's been out for a while, but I still have a few things to say about it and to give people an introduction to the world of Bollywood. So this is my first video and I hope you like it. So please like, share and subscribe and press that bell icon so you get a notification of when I release a new video. The film stars Amitabh Bachchan, Aamir, Katrina Kaif and Fatima Shaikh. So let's watch it and see what we think of it.
1795 हिंदुस्तान। ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी आई तो थी व्यापार करने, लेकिन अब हुकूमत कर रही है।
That's Lloyd Evan.
मगर कुछ लोगों
Lloyd
को गुलामी मंजूर नहीं थी।
ढाई दिन की दोपहरी, चांद रात अमावस की, शीशम के घोड़े पर होके सवार आएगी शामत गुनहगार।
Wow, that's Amitabh Bachchan. Isn't he fantastic at the age of 75? Fatima Shaikh.
Who is this man? हिंदुस्तानी है, हमारा दुश्मन है। नाम है आजाद। आजाद को पकड़ने के लिए कोई आजाद जैसा ठग चाहिए।
Aamir
गांव गोपालपुर, जिला कानपुर, अवध।
साहब, बहुत एक कमीने को अंग्रेजी में क्या कहते हैं? Bastard।
हम आए साहब, आपसे मीटिंग बहुत मजा है। अब हम 1 2 3 किक मारो।
आजाद नाम सुना है?
अरे साहब, आजाद की पूरी फौज खड़ी कर देंगे आपके सामने। हमारा तो नाम आए फिरंगी है, अंदर से तो पूरे हैं हम, बस बाहर से थोड़ा रह गए। 1 2 डाइस एंड ब्लडी हेल नॉनसेंस किक मार्च वंडरफुल 3 पुर पुडिंग गुड नाइट। आजाद के साथ रहना है, आजाद बनना है। हुजूर,
दाम कुछ ज्यादा नहीं है।
आजादी बेच रहे हैं हुजूर, 2-4 हजार का मुंह मत देखिए।
मजा आएगा।
Wow, here we go, Katrina.
आजादी है गुनाह तो कबूल है सजा। अब तो होगा वही जो है मंजूर खुदा।
Whoa.
धोखा स्वभाव है मेरा
और भरोसा मेरा।
Showdown. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That for me is just the best movie for this year, without a doubt. I've been anticipating this, and it really fulfills my expectations. Obviously, I've seen the trailer because it's been out for a while, but I still have a few things to say about it, so I'm watching it for you guys who've not seen it before. Uh, this, of course, the first thing I want to address, that everybody's been going on about, is that they think, oh, it's a copy of Pirates of the Caribbean, and Amir Khan looks or is impersonating Johnny Depp. Um, all I'm going to say to that is that I don't think that this is a direct copy of Pirates of the Caribbean. Even if it was, as long as it's credited as a copy of it, fine. I'm okay with that. But the reason I think everybody thinks that is because in the last 50, 60 years, there haven't been any pirate movies as such, except for Pirates of the Caribbean. So people in the last 50 years or so have only got that as a comparison. But if you go beyond that in Hollywood, you'll find people like Douglas Fairbanks Jr., Tyrone Power, and of course the great Errol Flynn, who played pirates, and they used to fight on the ships with their swords, and they were called swashbucklers in those days. So of course Pirates of the Caribbean was inspired by something like that, and I would say that if they're inspired, they weren't the first people to make a film in that genre of piracy. So I think, we can forgive Thugs of Hindostan actually sort of taking inspiration from all those films and Pirates of the Caribbean as well. To have Amir Khan compared to Johnny Depp, yes, there are certain sort of liberties that they've taken, but I don't think they've actually taken his characteristics from Pirates of the Caribbean. They've mixed his look and his sort of quirkiness from films like The Mad Hatter and also Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I think, yeah, there is some of Johnny Depp, but not so much from Pirates of the Caribbean, where he had dreadlocks and he was acting mostly drunk all the time. So yeah, I think, having said that, I'm going to put Shat aside because I think no matter what, it's not a direct copy of it. Yes, it'll remind people of Pirates of the Caribbean. So that aside, let's move on. The film stars Amitabh Bachchan, who is the daddy of Bollywood because he's been around forever and he's one of the best actors that we've got in the Bollywood cinema. He's 75 years old and he's actually doing those action scenes himself. So kudos to him. He used to be the biggest action star going because he was known as the angry young man, where he always used to portray a young man who was always angry with life or was out for revenge or anything as such. So yeah, this is a great comeback for him. Well, not a comeback. I mean, this guy has been working relentlessly, and he's the only one of his generation that actually has films and with him in the lead role, and they do absolutely brilliantly at the box office, whereas his peers have all either retired or their work has dried up, and they just don't seem to get the roles that he does. On top of that, he also presents the Indian version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, so this guy is extremely busy. Moving on to Amir Khan, he is known as Mr. Perfectionist, who likes to perfect every single shot that he is in, and he's got the Midas touch as far as the box office is concerned. So anything he touches always breaks box office records. And in fact, he's known to break his own box office records all the time. So his movies are in the top 5 movies are actually his movies. So yeah, I think this will probably do the same for him, and more so especially because now he has become a big superstar in China, and they're eagerly anticipating this movie and any of his future movies. So he's become a huge star, and just watching the box office reports from China alone, I think will recoup the cost of making this film and also make it a big box office blockbuster for him. So all well and good for Amir Khan. The only thing I kind of worry about with him in this film is that all we've seen in this trailer is him being a bit of a comic and doing a lot of buffoonery, but we get a glimpse of him sort of double dealing and playing some kind of game. So I just hope that he actually has a lot more serious moments, and also to stand in front of Amitabh Bachchan and have some kind of really good serious dialogue exchange, if you like. So I just hope there's more depth to his character than just being a kind of a buffoon, if you like. Katrina Kaif, what can I say about her? I mean, this girl, most people don't regard her as a great actress, but she is a phenomenal dancer. And I've seen the videos of her, the making of the songs that she's in, and that girl works very, very hard. She puts in her life and soul into it. I've seen the actual shooting of the song that they've released recently, and she's doing all these fast movements really quickly. She's having to do knee slides, and she's grazed her knees, and she's had blood coming out of it. But she's a trooper and she's an excellent dancer, and yet she manages to look so beautiful at the same time. So kudos to her, and I think a lot of people will enjoy her song and dance numbers. So if you're new to Bollywood, this is something that you will really, really enjoy as part of the whole package of a Bollywood movie. And I think also, just briefly talking about the music is actually done by Ajay Atul, who did the fabulous score to Dhadak, and prior to that Sairat, which were huge sort of chart hits in India. So I loved the music in the trailer, which was it was just swelling all the way, and it just gave me that adventurous kind of feel to it. So they've actually used hundreds and hundreds of musicians for this film, where they've used 40 odd drums and all kinds of percussion, wind instruments, and strings, and they've given it that larger than life sound which is required for a magnum opus like this. So I think the music in the cinema, being played in Dolby or whatever, is just gonna be so crucial to lifting you and moving you along with the story. So I think this is the one film that I'm really pumped to see at the cinemas, purely because it's a fantasy and an action film, and it's about piracy, which has never been done in Bollywood before. So I think all these elements are just perfect for me, and this is the most anticipated film, as I said, for myself, and I can't wait to see it when it releases on the 9th of December, 9th of November, sorry, which is next week sometime. So hopefully I'll go and see it and review the movie for you. I felt that the surprise package in this, and I feel that there's going to be something really exciting about the newcomer who might outshine all of these experienced actors, and that is the Dangal girl, Fatima Sana Shaikh, because you didn't hear her say any dialogues, but her face conveyed a lot of stuff, and I think she's probably going to be the slow sacrificing type. Maybe I have a funny feeling she may actually die at the end of the movie by sacrificing herself, or Amitabh Bachchan. One of the two has to die. Somebody has to die. So I don't think it's going to be Aamir or Katrina, but I feel that she might be the one to sort of like go. But I feel that she might give a good performance. But overall, I mean, the special effects were a little bit touch and go, but they built two real ships that could sail around the world if they wanted to, and they blew one up at the end. So not so much CGI. They actually took a year to build these ships, and shot on these ships. They were live ships, and they blew one up. So yeah, there will be certain amounts of CGI, but they built these sets, and they were huge. The actual den where Amitabh Bachchan and his gang are hidden, or where they hide out, was a location they chose in Thailand, which was this huge bat cave, which was about 30 stories big, and that it was filled with snakes and bats. But they managed to light it so beautifully. You saw a couple of brief glimpses of that, and they managed to light it really well in this place. Managed to sort of capture that essence of a den of some thugs. So I think the scenery is going to be outstanding. I just hope the other thing is that Lloyd Owen, who's the British actor and plays the main villain, if you like, is not just a caricature or a token villain. you know, how Indians perceive a British tyrant in those days. I hope he has a little bit of a meteor role and he's a worthy adversary. And if anything, I mean, I hope he plays his part a little bit over the top, like a Joker in Batman or something, because this is a fantasy film, so it's not depicting real historical. It's not a historical story, although the backdrop is set against the British Indian East Company coming to India and taking over the country, and hence, you know, beginning sort of a couple of 100 years worth of British rule before we got the independence from the British. So I hope that he is a worthy adversary and a good villain. But all in all, I'm just pumped to see this film, and I really urge you to go and see this at the cinemas, because this is going to be an experience which you will not find on DVD or television or cable or whatever. It has to be seen on the big screen. And a couple of interesting facts of trivia for you is that this film was actually edited on the big screen itself, and not used. I mean, films are edited normally on a little monitor where, you know, it's a computer monitor or whatever, and I think this is probably the first film in India to do that, and I think it was done with Dunkirk, where they edited the whole film so you could see every part of the screen and how it's going to look to the audience. They've edited it and they can make notes on what needs to be improved and what doesn't look good on the actual big screen, which might have been missed on a smaller screen. So that was an interesting bit of trivia. The other trivia that I will give you is that originally the cast was not Aamir Khan and Katrina Kaif. The roles were actually offered to Hrithik Roshan and Deepika Padukone. Now, I would have loved to have seen those two in this, because I think it's a pairing I want to see. It's going to be hot, but they would have been perfect. I can just imagine Hrithik in this kind of a role, and also Deepika would be just brilliant as well. But never mind, I'm still very happy with Aamir and Katrina in those roles, and hopefully we'll see Hrithik and Deepika in future with something else. So those are some little trivial facts that I've got. The other thing I will say is that nobody seems to have mentioned, but I will tell you, there are two other big stars in this film which have not been mentioned by anybody or shown in these trailers, but I believe they've got Jackie Shroff in this film and Ronit Roy. Now, those are two huge stars as well, so I'm just wondering what roles they'll play in this film. So I can't wait. You know, roll on 8th of November, and I will be at the cinema, and I will come back and I'll give you my honest reaction and review, and give you a star rating. As far as this trailer is concerned, my review rating for this as a trailer is 5 stars out of 5, because it's something I want to see on the first day. That will be my rating. If I give it 5 stars, it means I can't wait to see this. If I give it 4 stars, yes, I will go and see it. If I give it 3 stars, nah, you know, I can wait. I can wait and see at my leisure. 2 stars, I'll wait for it to come on DVD or cable, and 1 star, I'm definitely not interested in seeing this film at all. So in my case, and in the case of Thugs of Hindostan, I've given it 5 stars. Can't wait for it. Go and see it in the cinemas, and people living outside of India, you will enjoy this, and don't be afraid, because there will be English subtitles, because any films released outside of India, they will have English subtitles, or subtitles of the country where English is not the first spoken language. So in Russia it'll be Russian, Chinese it'll be Chinese, Cantonese, or whichever parts of China, and you know, so on and so forth. So go along and see this. You'll have a great time. It'll take you through a roller coaster of emotions, and you'll come out feeling elated. So keep watching this channel, keep watching my reactions. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel, and tell all your friends, your family, your colleagues, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, and everybody that you know to please like this channel and to subscribe and press that bell icon so you get a notification as soon as I release a new video for you and you're the first to see it. So till then, keep watching, and this is Sunny signing out.